Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy 𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗀, aka 𝗵𝗀𝗀, and today we're going to be talking about free hosting. Now, it could be web hosting, VPS, dedicated hosting, whatever you want to choose. Now, we are using the Google Cloud platform. They give you a $300 credit to use their services for free until you use up all that credit. Then this is important to remember. After you use that $300 of free credit, then they will start charging you. So in order to use their services, you do have to have a credit or debit card on file. So I just want to throw that out there first. But they won't charge you until after the $300 credit is done and all used up. Then they'll start using it. So depends how you allocate your VPS / dedicated server of how much memory you want to give it, how much RAM, CPU, etc., because they will calculate it. And here I'm going to show you how to set this up. Right here is I just want to show what it will show you when you first start to sign up. So you want to go to console.cloud.google.com. Then this is the first thing that will pop up. Hey, actual, blah, 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 blah. Just go ahead and hit agree. Then right here on the top, it says your free trial is waiting. Activate now to get the $300 credit to explore the Google services. Then you click learn more. So you click that. Then after you fill out all your information, what we're going to do is, so once you fill out all of the information that needs to put out, that's asking for, this will display. Now, I have a couple instances that's already up. I'm going to have to censor out the IP addresses so you guys won't know what, the IPs are for the server. But what you want to do is on the left, it'll say navigation. You're going to go towards your computer engine. Then you're going to go click on VM instance. Then it'll bring you towards this page. Then you're going to create an instance. So this is how you create your dedicated / VPS hosting. So you can name it whatever you want. You can have it located anywhere you want, so that's closest to you. And there's more options selected from. We're going to choose Iowa because it's defaulted. Now you can add more power to the machine. So if I want to use everything that they got, it will be that monthly. Okay, so that's a little bit excessive. So I have a free trial of $296 because I already have 2 instances up. So do something that fixes your need. So you can have a 8 core with 30 gigs of RAM, and it'll be you'll be using $194 on your $300 credit. Now, the lower you go, the more that you'll save up. So if you just want to do some basic web hosting, just to host your site, and you know how to set up like a Apache, PHP, MySQL server. If you don't, you should look up how to set up a home server with Webmin, which Webmin is a type of control panel. It's not cPanel, it's not direct admin, but it is a control panel that will help you set up your server with more of a UI with a user interface. So I'll put that video in the link description down below. So but yeah, choose what you want to choose. Then you can add more stuff to it if you want to. If you want to add a GPU, everything is all at your disposal. If you want to use a different distro, you can. However, if you're trying to use a a Windows server, you were able to used to do this a while ago. A couple of years ago, I was able to do this with a Windows on a free trial. However, they don't offer that on the trial version anymore. You actually have to pay for it legitly. So I just want to throw that out there. But you can use CentOS, any of the any of the operating systems that are being offered. So I just choose Ubuntu as my server, and the more you add, like for a hard drive for the disk space, the more it's going to start charging you. So keep an eye out of how much it is. that you are going to be using, you can always change you can always allocate more, or you can decrease on the same instance. So it can start adjusting with your budget of your $300 free trial. So then if you are definitely starting a web server, you can allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic and hit create. So we have already created that. Let me go back towards my our dashboard where our instance are. Okay, again, I'm going to be blurring out the IP addresses here, but you over here on the right, you can connect to it via SSH. So once you open it, you can use Google's own SSH tunneling system. It'll just pop up with an additional web browser. You can also use your own client. You just have to follow the instructions to do so, but just to have it simple means, just use it in the open in Windows web browser. So there's that. Now, as for port forwarding, because you only have HTTP, which is port 80, and you only have HTTPS, which is port 443. So those two ports are now open. But let's say you want other ports open, like if you have two instances up and you want to use one of the other instance as a MySQL server, then you're going to have to open up that instance with 3306, or there's so many examples that you could do, but let me show you how to port forward. So down here, or up here at the navigation menu, you're gonna scroll down a bit and you're gonna look for networking. Then it'll say VPC network. Then you're gonna click on firewall rules. Then you're gonna select that. Then these are the default. Some of this is the default stuff that's already opened, but you want to create a new firewall rule to open up those ports. So you're going to give it a name. It has to be all lowercase. So let's just say, for an example, I want to open up port 80 for my Apache or HTTP server. So just for an example, HTTP and Apache server. I don't think I spelled Apache correctly. It doesn't matter. Then you're going to scroll down, and we're going to leave all this by default. If you don't know what they do, go to the question mark, educate yourself. So it's saying the IP range. So what we want to do is also give it a tag, which is going to be HTTP. This is asking for that. Then also for the IP source, this is going to be on your machine, so you're going to just go ahead and type in 0. So you're going to follow this pathway, and this will put it as towards your machine. That's the local host, even though that it's nullified, but it still acknowledges it's going to be on that local machine. So kind of ruined that one. So now we're going to scroll down. Now you can allow all ports if you really wanted to, or you can only specify what protocol and what ports. So is it going to be TCP? Yes. Okay, then it's going to be 80. We also want HTTPS because we want that SSL encryption. So we're going to do 443. And is it going to require UDP of whatever protocol you are using? Then you're just going to port forward those, and you're going to hit create. If there's other protocols that you want to use, you can. So that's how you port forward. It's really easy to do. So let me open up another video of mine. Okay, I was gonna bring up a video, but I already have this up and open, and I was gonna be talking about Webmin. So Webmin is what you're gonna have to install if you want a user face to start adding modules or have a more user-friendly experience instead of running everything all command line. You can run things command line, which is completely fine, but if you want a control panel, Webmin is free. I've been using it for quite some time. I will drop a video in the description down below of how to install Webmin. So it offers backup configurations, systems. You can add commands to your boot up if you want to run such a script, shut down, all this extra stuff. And on my other instance, I have Apache and MySQL or MySQL installed. There's unused modules that you can use, like a DHCP server. You can have, you can set up your own mailing with a PPTP or PPTP. I was looking at VPNs. You can set up your own VPN if you want, but you could also set up a mail server with SendMail. That's what I was trying to get at. You can set up your own FTP, so you don't have to necessarily go towards your, was it under hardware or other? So you can set up a FTP, a file transfer protocol, instead of using File Manager, and start uploading files on here. So I strongly recommend of using Webmin. Again, the video will be down in the description below. So I hope that this video was helpful, informative of you using free products that Google has to offer, so you don't have to necessarily go towards another hosting company that you're already paying for, and you can save yourself some money or set up some gaming server that you want on this VPS/dedicated server that you've created.
Check out private internet access today. It's going to act as your digital condom, because when you're sticking your things in places where they don't belong, you're going to be fucking yourself over. Now, when you visit no-no sites, like when you're looking at stuff that you're not supposed to, or you're downloading things illegally, there is no logs that is kept by PIA. Now, the U.S. Supreme Court is like, hey, we need you to log all your users, and we need to see if they're up to no good. And PIA is like, yo, government, we don't have logs. That's part of our policy, bro. So that gives you a extra confidence that you can download things illegally. Not I'm saying you should, but I'm just saying they don't keep logs, man. Now, if you can't afford for $10, give or take a month, then don't fucking click skip ad on my videos, because I need that moolah. Buy PIA today. Thank you.
Thank you for sticking around. Please feel free to watch my other videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow my social media. If you're feeling generous, check out my Patreon or send in a donation of any amount with PayPal. It really helps out with post-production, equipment, food in my belly, and also continue making free content for you guys. Links in the description. Y'all take care, and thank you once again.